Why Sega Dreamcast failed. Even with all of its flaws, the Sega Dreamcast is still revered as a classic system in the minds and emotions of its devoted followers. The system was originally made available in Japan in 1998 and in North America in 1999. It included a number of firsts in the industries, including the first standard built-in modem and a memory card with a screen. It also had stunning arcade conversations and unique open-world games like Shenmue, which helped rewrite the laws of games design. But regrettably, the lifespan of the Sega Dreamcast was just a few years at most, despite the fact that it had a forward-thinking controller as well as other benefits. Thus, keep watching to find out why Sega Dreamcast failed. According to CBR, the Dreamcast is one of the most underappreciated video game consoles in current history, while Engadget claims that it revolutionized the face of console gaming forever. Even though it's been more than 20 years since its first release, Dreamcast is still a major influence in today's society. Thus, how did such a widely launched system end up being so ineffective? The Dreamcast was always fighting an uphill battle from the very beginning. Due to a blunt introduction in 1995, the Sega Saturn, which was the company's previous game system, was likewise a commercial failure. This unexpected release resulted in a game catalog that was much too limited, which afforded Sony the chance to launch a new PlayStation console later that year, had more support from third-party developers, as well as a reduced price point. The fact that this reality already existed was not helpful to the momentum of the Dreamcast, but there were other problems that rapidly became apparent as well. According to an interview with former Electronic Arts Vice President Bing Gordon that was published on Gamasutra, one of the issues was that the Electronic Arts made the decision not to support the system because it found red flags in the hardware and business practices of Sega. The addition of a DVD player to the PlayStation 2, which was not included in the Dreamcast when it was released in the year 2000, was another factor that contributed to the significant decline in the market share of the Dreamcast. According to the article published in the New York Times, this caused Sega to lower the costs of Dreamcast, which did not benefit the company's bottom line. Another factor that did not help was that the developers of Dreamcast concentrated more on the hardware of the console than they did on the games, and as a result, in the end, less than 300 games were made available for the Sega Dreamcast in North America. When compared, the PlayStation 2 had a library of approximately 11,000 titles when it was released in 2011. When Sega made the decision to discontinue manufacturing Dreamcast in 2001, just about a year and a half after the console was introduced in the United States, the Dreamcast had already sold 6.5 million units all over the globe, with 3 million of them sold in the United States. That same year, SFGate published an article stating that Sega anticipated a loss of $202 million throughout the course of the fiscal year. The company had been struggling for some time prior to that point. In addition, the journal said that by the middle of 1990s, Sega's market share in the hardware industry had dropped from 50% to less than 1%. Even though the arrival of the Dreamcast contributed to the increase in that proportion, Sega was never able to go anywhere near Nintendo's 38.5% of the market, or PlayStation's 56% of the market again. Thanks for watching this video. Click the subscribe button and see you in the following video.